tray so that when we're done seasoning the chickens, you can just like put it right over the beer can. At least with like Twitch glitching, you can still see the chat though. So you can see that like other people are having issues too. It just sucks as like a streamer when this happens because it turns a lot of people off from like watching the stream. And then they'll go find other things to do. And it's like, oh. But what about us? Now I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna make this my dirty hand. Oh, which beers are we using? We are using this one. Can you see it in the other camera? Jerkface 9000, which is a Northwest wheat ale. And this one is Filthy Dirty IPA, which is an India Pale Ale. Hi, Cookie. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome in. Can you see the stream or is your screen black? What's up, Wayne? Was there a big flash? The fact that our stream is still going is honestly a miracle in itself. Because usually when it storms here, the power cuts out really quick. Okay, so there's that. Try not to disturb the rub, right? We're gonna pick it up. It's a chicken glove. Hello! Wait, I'm gonna do the top. That was perfect, actually. Nice. It sits on the tall can so good. It makes the chicken basically stand up. I'll show you when I'm done the other one. Hi, Fortitude 2. How's it going? Ah, I got a chicken hand though, so I gotta wash it. Jam it right up the butt. I won't show you, or maybe I will show you the next one. Just because, like, it's kind of important. An important part of the recipe. How to beer butt a chicken. Not everyone knows. Trying to get enough seasoning in all the crevices. That's like the most important part of roasting a chicken whole. Getting in all the crevices. It's good to see you too, Vicky. You can finally see me. Hi. Thank you for the resub today. How have you been? Okay, we're bringing this over carefully because I don't want the other chicken to fall. This is how it's standing up currently on the first beer can. Open that a bit just so you can see. And then we're going to take the other one and put it on this one. Yeah, flavorful skin is so important. So boom. Right up the butt, and then I'm going to let these sit. And oh, I still got to do the top of this one. I thought they would just kind of like sit together. Like that. Oh, just the twine that fell. It's okay. And away we go. Just gonna wash my hands. But I don't think we're gonna need the twine at all. It's sitting really nice there. Put that there. So now these are all prepped up and ready to go on the grill for when we are. Because we already know that they're going to take 1 hour to roast at 350 Fahrenheit. And then they should also rest for about like 10-15 minutes, I would say, when they come off of the grill, because that's also just as important as cooking it perfectly. So you gotta let those juices redistribute. So that's probably when we'll do the braised cabbage, is when the chicken is resting. And then everything is fresh together. We didn't need the twine. That's how those look. We switch to the other view. Wait, you've never made this bong? Seriously? I would have thought for sure you've made this before. And yes, exactly it, Greek. You don't need a grill to make this. I mean, it does make it really, like, good and fun to do in the summer if it's nice out. But you could do it in an oven too. So that's how I made it, because we have tall cans, so the chickens are, like, basically standing up. And now these are just gonna live back here until we're ready to cook them. Do a quick cleanup here. And then we'll start our next task, which I think is actually gonna be making the filling for the butter tart so it can cool. And then while it's cooling, we'll make the biscuits and everything can go in together. Just washing off the mustard bottle and the spice bottle. I got it kind of gross. They look like sumo wrestlers. They kind of do. I know in like a lot of barbecue stores, you'll see that people have made stands to do the beer butt chicken. I just wanted to show, like, you don't need this stand necessarily to make it. It'll stand up by itself. That's just a ploy to get you to buy something that you don't need. That's what I'm thinking, Greek. It's gonna be really good in the Traeger today. Okay, so I've made these pies quite a few times now. I know that we need 3 types of sugar, so I might as well just bring the corn syrup, the white sugar, and the brown sugar over for the filling. And before we start here too, I'm just going to give a wipe to this cutting board, because we got a little bit of the spices everywhere. We're not going to use the egg currently because there's a pigeon that has nested on our balcony, and she's like right in front of the big green egg. And it's kind of hilarious. She may or may not have made her nest in the charcoal bag. And was the charcoal bag full? Yes, the charcoal bag was full. Now we can't use any of it. I just feel like that wouldn't be sanitary. Bonk! Thank you so much for the 500 biddies. Closest thing to a maple leaf is the clover. The shamrock. Okay, so just looking at my recipe. Pecans are in the freezer. Butter, brown sugar, white sugar, corn syrup, milk. We need some flour, vanilla, salt, and some eggs. Flour and brown sugar is in here. And so all of this gets put in a pot, the filling, and then you cook it together. And then you let it cool. It's like a one-pot wonder. Oh, someone set their smoke detector off. First contribution to the solar for the truck. Yes, thank you. 1% of the way in. I thought that would be a fun one to work on with you guys, because solar is like super important. Okay, come over here. Let's get a pot. I'm only gonna make a 1 times the batch. There might even be leftovers of the filling. We'll see. This is what they say for the filling. In a saucepan, melt the butter, and then to that, add your sugars, milk, flour, vanilla, and salt. Cook it till it comes to a boil, and then take it off of the heat. 1.5 sticks of unsalted butter. 1 stick of butter is half a cup, right? I believe 1 stick of butter is half a cup. So 3/4 of a cup of butter then. Are you doing math, Wayne? Vicky, whoa, holy smokes. Thank you very much for the 1,800 bits for the solar for the truck. Okay, I see you. Hey Siri, how many cups in a stick of butter?
I found this on the web.
Huh? And Kimmers with the 1,000, just kicking off the hype train first thing too. Choo choo! Psh. Boom. 3/4 cup of butter. Thank you, Kimmers. Choo choo! Okay, I'm gonna get that melting a bit on the stove, I think. Then we'll just keep adding to it. Let's go medium heat. Don't want to go too high for sure. I don't know whether it's thunderstorm today or the kids stomping upstairs. Thank you, Kimmers. Another 1,000. Just grabbing a couple measuring cups and spoons. Go, go, go. Friends. This is our brown sugar. So 1.5 cups of that. I think I'll use a spoon to scoop it out. Pack it down. One cup. Now we need a half more. Perfect. Three-quarters of a cup of white sugar next. Slim pickings almost. Whoa. AKA all of it that is in here. That's one way to use it up. Bam. Just put sugar all over the board. And then half a cup of corn syrup. You guys know I'm going to use my special measuring cup. It's like a plunger. So easy. Well, I think usually I make like a 3 times this recipe. Just the biggest batch ever. We're just making a small one today though. The hardest part of this measuring cup is like pushing the bottom back out after you wash it. Whew, got it. Okay. So how this works is there is measuring numbers on the side. You push this to where the number is of the measurement you want. So you want half a cup. We're gonna set it right there, and then you just push the bottom, and it works so good for like sticky things. And then I'm gonna grab a whisk because our butter is melting with the sugar already in the pot. We want it to come together really nice and evenly. Awesome. This is the corn syrup I use. Different brands, same thing though. It's a golden one that I like to use rather than like a clear corn syrup. Use up as much as we can of this one. I'm just gonna leave it actually upside down over by the pot. And then as it drips down there, we'll just keep adding to it. Thank you, friends, for 4,300 bits on that hype train. Sheesh, that's one way to start a stream. My mic is low. Is that better? I don't know, weird stuff is happening today, Kimmers. Should be better. Why is this so sticky? It's like it exploded already. Oh my gosh. We'll just go in this way. There we go. The golden elixir. You still need flour and vanilla, but I was gonna show you. I don't even know if you can really see over here. If I switch to the stove view, where does it end up? You were turned up lots on the TV. Okay. It was down a little bit on my end, so that's my bad for sure. You can't see nothing. You guys can't see it bubbling in the pot, but that's how it looks right now. So we're gonna get the corn syrup in. Look at the chickens in the background. Oh my gosh. Hilarious. Scrape that off with the whisk. Next one. Our vanilla. Ugh. Can't open the container. And then we'll do some milk in there. And then I know they say to add the flour to the pot and like cook it, but I find that it turns out much nicer if we add the flour after everything's been cooked. Otherwise, I find it kind of clumps up and it just doesn't thicken the mixture the same way. Okay, so we need 3 tablespoons of whatever type of milk you want. I'm just going to use up this oat milk that we have. So 3 tablespoons. Oh, this is a half tablespoon measure. What the heck? 6 of those then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we also need to pop some salt in there too. Never forget this salt. And I think that's basically it. Wait for that to come back up to a boil. And then we can add our flour, stir that in, and then after that we mix in eggs. Get rid of these things, wipe up my little bit of mess. There's sugar everywhere. At least you guys can see the reflection in the pot as it cooks.